what up guys? How you doing? It is Nasty here. Welcome back to the Road to Glory, episode number, I think 59. I've been saying it wrong at the start of some episodes. Apologies for that. But yeah, I think this one's episode 59. I'm buzzing to record this today because I currently have the Road to Glory itch, the bug. I'm like addicted to this series right now and I really enjoy making it. Hopefully that comes across in the videos. You'll see there that we sold on our investment Martial for like a tiny bit of profit. And that is because I saw the opportunity to make profit elsewhere in marquee matchups and another SBC. Today is not going to be a gameplay episode. It's another one of these SBC ones where I show you how we can make a little bit of money just by completing certain SBCs on the game. And like I said, I've been really enjoying the Road to Glory right now, and I think you guys have as well. The support has been unreal the last couple of weeks. If you could keep it going, I don't know if it's possible, but if we get like 1,500 likes on today's video, that would be immense. Show your support, show some love. I'd greatly appreciate it. So these are the teams that I went ahead and created for the Marquee Matchups SBC. I think this cost me around 35,000 coins to buy. Basically, I think I bought every single player, I'm pretty sure. I think I'd probably sold every other player off, and that's where we're going wrong, I think, on these SBCs. If I want to be that guy which can try and complete marquee matchups every week, try and have some players in the club ready for when these new crazy SBCs come out, not the super expensive ones, but the ones that might offer out a prime players pack or a 50k pack or something, then I should probably try and keep some players in my club. So I knew that from this marquee matchups, I was going to do my best to hoard the players that we got in the pack. So it's not necessarily going to be profitable unless we pack someone that's maybe like a duplicate that sells for a lot, or if we get someone good that is currently a high price because of a different SBC, then I'll sell them that way. And other than that, I'm going to keep non-rare gold, some silver, some rare golds in my club so that we can progress and almost forget that we had 40k and we've now got 6k. And just play it like that. Just use the players for future SBCs. So I've got like 5 packs to open from this marquee matchups. Because it was quite an expensive one, they offered out some pretty good packs. So that's the reason I decided to take on this challenge and complete it for as cheap as possible. Like I said, costs around 35k. In this pack we get Casemiro, and we also get a couple of other players that are from like La Liga that are currently worth coinage because of the Suarez SBC. But so far I'm not seeing any big flares. Luckily though, the small flares we're getting are pretty good ones, like Carvajal, 83 rated Spanish right back for Real Madrid. I'm pretty sure he's like 100% needed for the Real Madrid SBC, for the Suarez SBC. So that's another great one to get. Plus, we might keep him, we might use him. We also get another Casemiro, literally the next pack. So I go ahead and sell him. This is a rare gold pack, so we're going to get loads of consumables and stuff. And small flare again, but Zabaleta, who is a highish rated Premier League player, who also plays for Man City, who are one of the requirements for the, I think it's the Player of the Month Dele Alli SBC, the Dele's goals one. So I knew that he was a player I could sell on right now and get the most coins possible for him. And then we open the next pack, we get ourselves a striker from the Prem, 81 rated Wilfred Bonny. Not the greatest pack in the world, but he's the sort of player that I can stick in the club, and I guarantee he'll be useful at some point in time. We get an Andre Gray, we get a Veltman, who's a Dutch player playing for Ajax. I probably just bought him and used him for the marquee matchups itself, so I know that having someone like that in my club, or maybe selling him right now, would be a good idea. We then get super lucky in our prime players pack and get Laurent Koscielny. That's the second time we've got him in like a reward pack. I think I got him when I played FUT Champs that one week. So we get a really good duplicate to sell on there, and that has saved this marquee matchups, because by putting everyone in the club and not selling anyone, I'm not breaking even or making profit. I'm just literally hoarding stuff. But that Koscielny, who goes for like, well, 18,750, and I'll tell you now, he does sell for that. That right there has sort of earned back most of what the marquee matchups cost. And eventually I sell on like 18 different players. These are players that I got from marquee matchups that were at a heightened price right now, so they're worth selling now, as opposed to the other stuff that's in my club that I'm going to hold on to for now in case they get SBC variants or whatever in the future. Now you'll notice my coins have gone down yet again, and we're buying a random Varela right now. This is the last piece of the puzzle for me to complete the entire hybrid league section. That's the only SBC we didn't do the other day. We did the hybrid nations, we did the advanced league and nations or whatever it was. So I'm going to complete this one now because I saw that it roughly costs around 20k to complete, and I had some players in my club that I could use, so that was obviously useful as well. And you'll notice that the marquee matchups pack will come in handy in a moment's time. I bought most of the players, but again, the idea is that we can keep the players we get from these packs and really have a stocked up club full of cool consumables, lots of players that will help us in future SBCs, and I don't know, it's like completing the challenges. They're fun, you know. So we went down the Uruguay route for the to the nines challenge because they were relatively cheap players, and I had one guy there, so I just literally stuffed him in there, so I had a first owner player there. And where we come in clutch is this one. I went down the Portuguese route for this this challenge, and you need 100 chem. So if you have no loyalty, you need to get loyalty on at least one player. We had one player which was loyal, which pushed the entire squad up to that 100 chemistry. Thank God I didn't need to go and play 10 games and get the loyalty glitch or whatever it's called. That came in clutch. So that's the sort of thing I'm looking for in keeping some of them players. That centre mid really did help to boost our overall up to that 100 chemistry, and that helped us complete the challenge a lot quicker. So hybrid leagues is done, and we have got another few packs to open in this episode. So we got a premium gold pack here, which, you know, it's not a great pack. That's a 7.5k pack. I'm expecting a small flare, but I do get an 82 rated player from the Premier League, which is Jack Wilshere, a decent player to get who might sell for now. I'm going to have to check his price actually. I end up not selling him in this episode, but just random players that I think are probably quite expensive and can go at some point. We also get a free pack. We get a 1 gold pack, which I think is just a 5k pack maybe, but it's all going to help, you know, especially if you can get someone that sells for a little bit. We get a non-rare, but it's a Watford player, Etienne Capoue, I'm not sure how you say his name, but I know that he is a higher price right now because of the Watford requirements for the Dele Alli SBC, so we're going to sell him for a few extra coins than he would normally go for, and again, we get like a CDM to CM, we get a new stadium, like, it's good stuff. We then open up the next pack, and I think that's a 15k pack, and unfortunately we only get a non-rare in it, which is relatively bad luck, I would say, so it's not gone too good, but we get a couple of silvers and of course a lot of consumables. You know, I'm no longer worried about fitness. That I've got a lot of squad fitness items which I'll either sell on because I do like to keep rotating my teams, but this is the pack where things get really lucky and really good for us. You see that inform? That's a massive player, and we get ourselves the 87 rated Socrates inform, which just completely makes us profit from this and all the SBCs we've done so far. Another insanely lucky pack. So of course I recorded this just before the newest team of the week came out, but we get ourselves another 87 rated inform. Unfortunately, he doesn't sell for 800k like the 87 Nainggolan did, but this guy was like a 70k player, and considering marquee matchups cost us 35, the hybrid leagues or whatever this one is cost me 20k, so that's 55k. We've packed Koscielny, who sold for nearly 20, this guy sells for 70, and we've got loads of players in the club and a ton of consumables. We have completely profited from the SBCs, and once again proven that I absolutely adore SBCs on this game. They are probably my favourite thing about it. I like completing the challenges. Some of them are relatively difficult. It's nice to try and complete them for as cheap as you possibly can. And the reward packs, like how often would I get to open a Prime Gold Players pack, a 45k pack, on an account where I've not spent any money? Without SBCs, it just wouldn't ever happen. There's no way I would spend 45k on a pack. So the rewards are massive and they're awesome. So yeah, I highly recommend doing them. If you want to follow the sort of routes that I've gone down, they are basically the cheapest way to do them. We end up selling Socrates because I thought, you know what, I'm not going to use him anytime soon. He doesn't fit into my teams, and he is like 71,000 coins. So there you have it, guys. That's basically paid for Dele Alli as well, so we've now got him for free, which is amazing. We're up to 94,000, nearly 95,000 after I've been through the club again and sold the players that I think were worth a little bit extra than they normally would be. And of course, you can see Socrates sold there, you know, the likes of Clichy, Andre Gray, our duplicate Casemiro. So that's what we flogged. And now I'm going to show you what my club looks like. So before, it was bare bones with just my 2 teams, which were pretty good, but it was bare bones. We've now got a bunch of silver players, which if the odd random league SBC or anything like that comes out, if I can't complete it or I don't want to complete it, I can flog the players for a high price, or I've got the players to complete the challenge. Next up, we go through my gold players, which as you can see are pretty stacked. And we've got the odd Carvial, Subasic, Tulalon. You know, we've got loads and loads of decent players that are definitely going to come in use at some point in time. And once we get to the end of the rare players here, I've got a few pages of like non-rare players, which I could either sell on now, or I guarantee they'll be useful somewhere along the line. So this episode right here, apart from when we got 9 Golan, has probably been the most game-changing episode so far, because we've now got a cool club stocked with stuff. We've got, look at the consumables I'm showing you as well. We've got some squad fitnesses in the bronze category. We've got one in the silver. We've got some healing cards, some contracts, some fitness. And in the gold one, we've got position change cards, manager leagues. We've got like rare gold contracts just from the consumables of these packs. I've got friggin' healing cards now. I've got 19 or 18 squad fitnesses that are gold. Like, I can literally use them for an entire weekend league almost, you know. Things are looking really good in terms of what the sort of stuff is I've got in my club right now. So I'm at a really good point. This is why I'm so addicted to this series and this account right now, is because, you know, on my other account I can spend, you know, thousands and thousands of pounds on the game to get the crazy players. But this one, you really work for it, and it's so rewarding when you get stuff without spending the money. It's my favorite way to play Ultimate Team 100%. I've enjoyed this account more than any other FIFA account I've had across the years. Like, this has been so much fun. So that's how the Prem team's looking. I decided that Dele Alli was a bit quiet at that centre mid spot, and I actually really like him at cam. So I thought, make hay while the sun shines, sell that Christian Eriksen for more than I bought him for, because the Premier League requirements for the weekend league this time are quite high. We'll move Dele Alli to cam, and we'll buy a new centre mid. And I've gone for down the Yaya Toure route. I thought that might be quite fun. So the Premier League side is now looking like this. We'll just switch Fernandinho out. I'm going to keep him in the club though, because he's quite a good player. And then I'm going to test out Yaya. I'm going to see how he does in this spot. So that's the new look Premier League side. Taking off like 35k that Yaya cost off of the 110 that we eventually get from Christian Eriksen, puts us way up in coins again. I then realised that I need a new CDM for the other team, because Emmanuel Petit is basically out of contract. He's got 2 games left. So I buy myself a Blaise Matuidi, which was always the plan. And now he can go into the team. There you go. I put Petit on the bench there, and we'll bring in our Matuidi, not Emmanuel Matuidi. That would be a pretty cool name though, to be fair. We bring in 86 rated Matuidi, and now both our squads are complete, and we are way up in terms of coins. I think eventually, yeah, like I said, Eriksen goes on to sell for 110,000. And after we've bought a couple of players and we've got the profit from the Socrates, we end up having like 140, 150,000 coins that I've still got right now, as well as all these teams, as well as all the players in my club that I can use for SBCs and all the consumables. So things are looking super good right now on this Road to Glory account. In the next episode that you see, which will either be tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to venture into the daily knockout tournament so that I can hopefully qualify for the weekend league, with probably not much intention to play it again, but maybe like last week and like the previous episode, if I get a couple of hours spare on the weekend, maybe I'll play a few games, earn a few thousand coins. You'll also see the rewards in the next episode for what I got in my previous weekend league, where I got like bronze 2 or whatever. So I'll get 1 pack. You'll see the reward for that as well in the next episode. Maybe we can go big and get something lucky there too. But for now, if you wouldn't mind smashing a thumbs up on the video, and of course subscribing to the channel if you're new, just sharing the love on this video in general would be amazing. That's how you do it, guys. You can profit from these SBCs. It's not just me pulling lucky informs, everyone's doing it. So go ahead, complete them, and typically, even if you don't get anything lucky, you can break even. And they're fun challenges to do. They'll stock your club up with consumables, and it's just a good time. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.